Hey boys, welcome back. Welcome back to some more Supercoach action. It's going to be some BBL Supercoach. We're approaching the season. It's you can see up the top right there. It's 43 days counting down as we speak. The Supercoach app for BBL opened, I think, a few days ago, maybe a week ago. I'm not too sure, but I was actually keen to hop in just to quickly make a team, have a look to see if there's any changes, see what we're working with. Now, I will say, for the last couple of years, I've attempted to do BBL Supercoach, and I've failed miserably. Just like I was pretty confident last year I was going to actually do it properly and keep it going. But after a couple of rounds, I couldn't keep up with the games, and I didn't keep up to date with it. But because I haven't been, I gotta be honest, I've been slacking with just videos in general. I'm itching to do more content, and this year, third time's the charm. I'm going to really try to just get into BBL Supercoach. I love watching BBL. I love watching the Big Bash League. I know people complain about it. Dude, I love the Big Bash. I love it. I watch like most games. That's the thing. But it's just the fact that just the way the rounds work and trying to... There's more... It's more nuanced than NRL Supercoach, obviously, just with the rounds and picking a side. But I'll do my best to try and keep at it. I'm not going to promise, but I'm going to do my best. So let's have a quick squiz at what we can do this year. So obviously 2 mil in the cap. You got a wicket keeper. You've got 5 batsmen, 5 bowlers. Your bench. I know I've got to remember how to do like the bench and stuff. I know there's loop options and stuff. I don't know. I've got to remember how you actually do it. But I did see down here actually a flex position. What is this? So flex position. Select a 12th player from any position as your flex player. Your starting lineup will now consist of 12 starters. Your team will score points from your best 11 each round, with your flex providing additional cover and strategies when managing your squad. Okay. So you pick 12. It's sort of... To equate it to NRL Supercoach, you obviously have 17 scoring players. So this would be you select 18 players and your top 17 score points. I think that's what it was. It wasn't like bottom. It was just your best 11. Your best. It's not like one of your lowest scorers will add. No, it's your best 11, which I think is great. I'm pretty sure that wasn't there last year. I'm pretty sure that's a new feature. I really hope they add something like that to NRL Supercoach. There definitely needs to be something done with NRL Supercoach, just with the amount of concussions and injuries and whatnot. So I would love just a flex position in NRL Supercoach, and the fact that they're the same, it's the same company. Surely that's a prelude to something like that coming to NRL. But I digress. I think that's great for BBL as well. It makes the rounds a lot easier in case you do sort of forget to change someone. You're always going to have that extra player, potentially if someone drops out or something. So let's have a look at wicket keepers. Who do we like? Again, I don't know. I haven't really looked at Big Bash teams yet. I'll do this quick video and then we'll have a closer look. I'll go through each video. We'll talk about a couple of teams. We'll go through their squads, recruits and stuff. So yeah, and there's a bit to, and obviously there's more in-depth stuff as well, just with like guys like Carey, looking at the schedule for international Australian players, also overseas players, how many games they're going to actually play and feature in the season. So there's always quite a bit to sort of delve into for BBL Supercoach, just with fixtures and whatnot. But Alex Carey topping tops the price. He only played one game. He scored well. I'm sort of expecting Carey is not going to feature much in the Big Bash again this year. I don't know why it would change much from the last couple of seasons. Shai Hope signing to the Hurricanes, a very good player. He's definitely one to keep an eye on, I would say, just with fixtures and whatnot. Tim Seifert. Okay, so then you got Ben Duckett coming to the Melbourne Stars. Okay. I feel like Duckett was here like years and years ago, before he actually went well in like the test side for England. I'm pretty sure, right? I feel like Duckett was in the Big Bash years and years ago. Maybe I'm misremembering there, but Benny Duckett again. I'm not too sure of the England fixtures coming up. I feel like England, will they have a bit of a break? Do they have their sort of... Yeah, they probably... I think England usually are pretty good. I think it's more later in the tournament where England players might drop out. But Benny Duckett, you would obviously is going to open the batting, so I doubt he would keep... maybe he does. He probably does, actually. He could be a sneaky pickup. Matty Wade, obviously retired from international cricket. Doesn't do much for Big Bash. Not really. He's always been a very solid option. Josh Inglis, very, very good. People are flocking. To Inglis nice and early. Benny McDermott. Is he due for a bit of a bounce back? I mean, again, like the average of last year, 47. I'd say middle of the road. Again, the averages... I think... Let's just have a look at some of the high averages. Yeah. Let's have a look at... Yeah, okay. Maybe like 60 plus is like very good. That 40 to 50 is like middle of the road, I would say, for last year. So, yeah. Inglis, McDermott... Josh Philippe, I know I started with him last year. I thought he was due for a bit of a bounce back. He obviously burst onto the scene a couple of years ago. Didn't quite kick on. I mean, last year I feel like he had a couple of knocks, obviously, as you do, but I feel like he struggled. Quite a bit. But, I mean, he's got the talent. Sammy Billings has gone back to the Thunder. He was at the Thunder, then came to the Heat, which he did a great job at the Heat, gone back to the Thunder. It'll be interesting to see where they use him. Again, if he's a middle order batter, it's just... You just don't want those middle order batters, unless they're all-rounders. Typically, I mean, in my opinion, if he's batting like 3... Yeah, I could definitely get around it. Cam Bancroft, again, I actually thought he was better than this last year. He only averaged 35. I thought he scored some decent runs, but again, if he gets that opening spot, 100k, it's pretty cheap. Then you get down to the real cheapies. You got Harry Nielsen, 58. Sammy Harper, moving to the Stars, obviously from the Renegades. I've got to remember, it's obviously been a year since we obviously had any Big Bash. But yeah, Sammy Harper, interesting one. I mean, yeah, struggled a lot last year. He only played the 7 games. The games he did play, he got off to a couple of starts. I mean, he's a very live wire opening batter. If he does get the opening spot, I mean, taking a punt on a Sam Harper, I don't think the Stars... Well, I guess, yeah, it's either him or Benny Duckett, I guess, who would keep. I think Sammy Harper would keep those. So, you know, you could take a punt, 58k. I think there's definitely some expensive big guns, so you might have to cheap out on someone like that. I actually meant to... When did I change to average? I wanted to look at, like, the prices more so. That's alright. It didn't really change too much. Yeah, Shai Hope obviously coming in its second highest price point there. Tommy Alsop, is he from England? I think. Jimmy Pearson. Who else is That's pretty much it. I mean, Sammy Harper as a potential sort of cheap option, I don't mind. Cam Bancroft, maybe. Sam Billings, if he's up the order, I like as well. And even going with like a stock standard Josh Philippe, he's done the job. Again, another big thing is obviously fixtures. I'm not going to delve into that in this video. There's a lot more to discuss with fixtures, but obviously you want to pick. You get max trades, I think, is the same. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same as last year. So you get max trades. You want to use your max trades typically to target players that have 2 games in the one round. So it happens quite a bit where like the Sixers might play 2 games in the first round. That's where it gets a little bit confusing, but that's fine. I mean, at the moment, let's just go Sammy Harper. Well, we'll go. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You know what? Let's go Philippe for a bit of a bounce back, and not Matty Gill. Why did I go Gills? Sam Harper there. That's fine. The wicket keeper position, I think, is a little bit, meh at the best of times. Unless one of these guys like a Philippe or McDermott have an incredible season, which they could. The batters. Okay, so here's where it gets very interesting. This could be tricky because they're all-rounders. Well, I don't know. I'm keen to hear people in the comments if you could let me know what you think is like the better option here, because like you got Matty Short, Maxwell, I guess even Overton, average fucking 70. Overton, Paul Walter, who I did have last year, was pretty damn good. More as a bowler, like he didn't really do much with the bat, so I don't particularly like him. But Aaron Hardy, Michael Nisa, Bo Webster, Daniel Sams as well has always been a bit of a mainstay. I feel like had a bit of a poor season last year, but they're all rounders. So do you want more of them in the batters, or do you want more of them in the bowlers? Now, obviously, it comes down to your options. If you've got, like, no good bowlers, then you're going to want to put, like, a Maxwell or Short in the bowlers and vice versa. I feel like looking at the batters, I feel like you're going to want the all-rounders in the batters, maybe. I don't know. But Short... I mean, over 300,000 for a Big Bash Supercoach player. That is up there. That is very expensive. And it's not just one season now. Matty Short, he loves to bowl himself. He loves to give himself the opening over, which he can easily jag a wicket. He can get like, a few dot balls, a few extra points. His batting, he's had a bit more taste in the international scene where he's looked really good as well. Oh my god, everyone's going him, and everyone's going Glennie Maxwell. I think you've got to... I think Maxwell, you have to go. Just, like, he's 50k less than Short, and I feel like Maxwell can definitely... I feel like he can average pretty similar to Short, so I like Maxwell for the extra... Like, typically Maxwell's going to bowl 4 overs, Short may only bowl 1. Obviously, Short opens the batting where Maxwell sometimes gets pushed down a little bit, but yeah, you'd expect Maxwell to get a decent shot. I like Maxwell. We'll chuck Short in, depending how weak the team looks with it. Stephen Smith, again, international duties, I wouldn't expect him. Jamie Overton, I was a little surprised he averaged so well. Don't mind it. Obviously, he can bat okay. Obviously, more of a bowler, but he can get a few handy runs. Chris Lynn, I love Linny, but I probably, again, I think the strategy in Supercoach is to go more all-rounders if you can. If you got an absolute gun, either or, then sure, you don't need to go all-rounders. If they're only going to bowl like one over and bat middle order, then you don't want them anyway. But I think typically you want to get those all-rounders. I think Aaron Hardy at 177... I mean, I'm going with the popular picks. I can't deny it, but Aaron Hardy, like, I do like the Aaron Hardy pickup. Michael Nisa, I really like as well. I think I'm gonna shift him more to the bowlers, just because he is more of a bowler anyway. But I think we'll have a look at the bowlers when we pick. I do want to pick Nisa, Bo Webster, Daniel Sams, Ollie Pope coming to the strikers. Interesting. Only 1% have picked him up though, so that tells me that the schedule isn't great for them. Again, I'll have to have a look, but usually, if no one's getting him, it sort of, to me, it looks like that he's not going to be ready for the opening couple of games. I would expect, but I don't know. Well, again, I'll have to have a look. Tommy Curran. He's gone to the Stars this year. 150k, again, a very good all-round option. Again, 35% people are flocking. People are flocking. I do like the Curran pickup. I really do. I think his batting is meh, but he can bat. He can bat. He's going to pick up wickets. Like, he's just one of those bowlers, and he does offer some batting. And honestly, the Stars, it looks like they've recruited okay, but they have been pretty weak in their batting. So typically their lower order actually do have to bat a bit. So it could be the same. It could be the same this year. Finn Allen, overseas recruit as well. Mitchy Marsh, he wouldn't be playing. Rutherford as well. David Warner. Okay. Honestly, I as much as I hate it, I actually think Warner is a really good pickup. 150k. He only played 2 games. He didn't look very good. I will say he didn't look very good, but I don't know. The fact he's only going to be playing the Big Bash, he is getting old, but like at the same time, I can see him coming out and going back. Like, I don't know if I'm going to keep him in the side. Again, we'll look at fixtures and stuff, but I don't mind the Warner pickup. Now, we need a couple of cheap options because we spent a lot of money in the batters thus far, and we still need to fill a bunch of positions. So it could be a little bit diabolical. Okay, let's have a look down low. Laurie Evans to the Renegades, so obviously do great stuff at the Scorchers. Jackie Edwards, bit of an all-rounder. Will Sutherland, 50%. Oh my god, everyone I'm looking at, everyone else has got. And I mean, I get it. I'll look at Sutherland more in the bowlers. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I probably need cheaper guys here. Colin Munro, 130k. Usman Khawaja, no, he'll be away. Yeah, Colin Munro's interesting. I mean, yeah. 130k. He's been very, very good in the past. Jake Fraser McGurk, 40%. Everyone's picking him up. I do like it. Cooper Connolly, it depends on the role. He could be an absolute fucking slam dunk. Let's have a look. Well, you need a couple of cheap guys because I'm not going to have the damn... we're not going to have the money, dude. Why has everyone got these guys? I guess because they're cheap? I don't know. I don't know. Nick Madison? Is Nick Madison going to open the batting for the Thunder? Surely not. If he does, at 58k, it's like worth the punt. Joel Davies, Campbell Callaway, Mackenzie Harvey, Matty Renshaw, Caleb Jewell. I actually think Isn't Jewel potentially going to open the batting for the Hurricanes? I'll chuck Jewel in for now. I think he may. Who else have we got? Ollie Davies, Marcus Stoinis. Oh my god. Is this like the third or fourth year I feel like everyone is like, go on Stoinis, and is like, he can't go worse than he did last year, but he just keeps going worse. I feel like this is the bottom of the, like, you can't not go Stoinis, right? You can't not. I'm just going to go, for whatever reason, everyone's picking up Salesman. So I'm gonna go Salesman just for a cheapie. And then we'll get to the bowlers. I am going to chuck in, what's his face, straight away. Marcus Stoinis. There you go. Stoinis in. Let's have a look at some of the bowling options. So, again, we got Jamie Overton. You got Xavier Bartlett. A little bit too expensive, I think, for just a bowler. Again, Paul Walter. Don't mind. I feel like last year he could definitely replicate it, but I think people are going to work out his bowling a bit more. Like, people just could not get his bowling away, which I get. Like, he's a tall lad. Doesn't bowl it that quick, but he can bang it in occasionally. But just the slow, off-pace balls we're just doing batters in. I feel like people are going to find him out a bit more this year, so I don't really like it. Akil Hussain as well is not a bad shout. Michael Nisa, I got to go Nisa, honestly. I think Nisa's a great shout. Bowie Webster, good. Sams, Berendorf, mainstays. Lockie Ferguson signed to the Thunder. Okay, interesting. I mean, if again, depending on availability, if Ferguson, I think Ferguson could be an absolute nightmare for some of these batters. With just the sheer pace and some swing early on, I think Ferguson could rip some through. We'll go in for now. Again, like, if he's available at the start of the season, the fact he's only 2% owned, I'm starting to think maybe he's not, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Who else we got? Andrew Ty, mainstay. Kuhneman, Benny Dwarshus, Edwards, Will Sutherland. I mean, I feel like I'm going with the crowd, but I think Sutherland's like really good value. And as I am looking now, I'm definitely way too much money spent. The money goes quick, dude. Like, I feel like I haven't spent that much money, but yeah. Sean Abbott at 130k as well. He had a rough year. He had a very rough year, Sean Abbott. Jai Richardson. Is he, like, fit? Is he good to go? We got no money to spend. Oh, God. Who can we drop? Let's drop Hardy for now. Who's a cheaper option that I like? Who is there? I mean, Ashton Turner coming back from like injuries could do something. Nick Hobson if he gets the opportunity. Ollie Davies. McSweeney, maybe. Getting a bit up there. Josh Brown is signed to the Renegades. I didn't even know that. I mean, if he opens the batting, he'd get off to a flyer. Short, Weatherald, the guys that have fallen off a cliff, but a little bit back. Keaton Jennings. Keaton Jennings is a very, very good player. Okay, we can't spend too much more money. Jesus Christ, I don't know. Let's just go. honestly, for now, let's just go Renshaw for now. We have to save some money. We definitely need to save more than that. Who could we cut? I mean, maybe Nisa. Yeah, there's probably some good. There is some good value in the bowl. Oh my god, I didn't mean to do that. There is some very good value in the bowlers. As the site is being fucking annoying. Don't tell me. Dude! You motherfucker. Okay, I'm back after the fucking app just deleted the team. I'm trying to remember the batters. I've definitely I've cut someone to make more money, but I don't know who the hell I cut. But whatever. I've got McSweeney there now, and Caleb Jewell over somebody. I have no idea who I dropped, but it's fine. It's fine. The team's gonna change a lot anyway. But yeah, thank you, app. You freaking. You ruined me. But let's go through the bowlers. Who else did I have? Yeah, Will Sutherland. I mean, honestly, Sean Abbott at 130k. Or if Jai Richardson is fit, fuck. You know what? I'd rather Richardson as a bowler. Did I have Lockie Ferguson? We'll chuck him in there. We're not going to have enough money for that. We're just not. What bowlers? What cheap bowlers have we got? Mitch Perry, Ben Menenti, Joel Davies, old Gaza, he's back. Billy Stanlake. Is he gonna get more games than last year? Will Prestwidge is back at the Heat. I think he was there a couple of years ago, and then I think he moved to the Renegades, if I'm not mistaken. Basley, it's like an okay little all rounder. Who else have we got? Mark Steckerty's gone to the Stars. Adam Zampa had a bit of a rough BBL, didn't he? Yeah, for some reason killed it in international cricket, but for whatever reason the local comp they found a way to handle Zampa pretty comfortably, honestly. Okay, we need a couple of cheapies. Let's just go fucking I just don't think Joel Davies is going to get a spot. I was going to go him. Let's go Basley. I mean, he's all round. He might have some potential. And then Brendan Doggett. He looked good in the Australia A. Could get a run. We got 41k left. We still don't have enough to fill out the last spot. Who can we drop? Our bowling is... I actually like our bowlers half decently. They're pretty affordable. This is the thing with Matty Short, dude. You're spending 300,000. Oh, do you go Matt Short? Is he due for a bit of a tougher season? I think you've got to go Maxwell. Let's just get rid of Short. If we can get rid of Short, we can get two pretty good players. So... let's go. Who do I want? Colin Munro. I've only got 2 heats. Let's just go. We'll go Munro for now, and then we got a decent Jamie. We got 200k. We could go Jamie Overton. Don't mind it. Xavier Bartlett, Chrissy Lynn. We could go Michael Nisa. I just think Nisa is pretty low down the order with the batting, so he does need to do all his... well, not all, but he does need to do most of with his batting. Akhil Hussain? Gonna take over, I guess, the O'Keefe role as that second spinner. or frontline spinner, I guess. If Todd Murphy and him both play. Who else could we go? I mean, it doesn't matter too much. Let's just go anyone, dude. I sort of like Bo Webster. Whatever. Let's Overton for now. That's fine. So that's the team. Obviously, the big sacrifice at the moment. I think it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one to start the season for. Do you go Matty Short or not? And I think the big. Let's have a look at the strikers fixtures, if they've got them. Have they not? Did they not have the fixtures yet? Maybe not. Okay, it's fine. Maybe they don't. I'm not too sure. I mean, it's got the first game, but we don't. I might just be missing it. But yeah, I think if the strikers are playing, if they're playing 2 games in the opening round, I think you have to go Matt Short. I think it's too risky not to go Short. If they're only playing 1 game in the opening round, I think you could take the punt and not go him. I think that's not the ideal, but I think it's probably the right way to go. I could be talking about out of my ass, but I don't know. If they got 2 games in the opening round, I think you have to go Matt Short, and that'll obviously put a hamper on things. But again, yeah, that's just the initial quick squiz at a team. Well, obviously, I'll be back with more BBL Supercoach videos. We'll go through fixtures. We'll go through each team and how they're looking for new recruits and players of interest in those teams. It's a good way to actually look, as I mean, choosing the team straight off the rip like this, like without knowing like all the, like, honestly, I don't keep up to date during the season like with new signings and stuff until like the BBL rolls around. Then I'll look at like the teams, but like some of the players for like different teams, I'm like, when the hell did that happen? So it'll be good to actually look at through the teams one by one and actually have a look at what their squad looks like and who their likely lineup, and obviously look at availability with overseas players as well. So there's much more to dissect and discuss, but hopefully you guys are going to enjoy some BBL Supercoach action. It'll hold us over for the summer. I'm looking forward to cricket. It's always a good time of the year regardless. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.